And it is also official that I cannot sleep on a plane. That we have officially confirmed unless I'm laying down. So tired after that flight. I am waiting on my friend Whitney. She's the first person that we're going to meet up with. And then we're going to meet up with Austin here in a couple hours. But the adventure has started. Okay, guys, where's our first sheep sighting? Right over there. Sheep? Right over there. Wait,
yep, you saw some sheep?
Look. Oh my gosh, there they are. All right, welcome to the Newark Antiques Fair. It's freezing and it's 6 o'clock in the morning, but we're here. We're doing this, right? Yeah, we're here. So the initial rush is over and it was just absolute madness. People were running around just throwing tags on stuff and I couldn't get my phone to work. But I have bought a couple things and hopefully soon the sun will be up because it's really, really cold. And I'm excited to try and get a little more footage once the sun is up to show you all the amazing things that are here. All right, so full disclosure, it has been so cold here that I am having a hard time stopping and making myself film. Like my fingers are numb. There's just so much though, so much. I've bought an amazing table, a great pine furniture piece, some art. Still haven't found any breadboards. I'm inside now and we're gonna just take a break from the cold and the wind and see what we can find in here. All right, we're out for another day of shopping. We are at Hemswell Antique Center, which is a huge, gigantic, like just multitude of antique stores in the North England area. I've already bought some incredible framed watercolors, some artwork. Everyone has just been so friendly and kind and helpful. So we're going to keep looking, see what else we can find. All right, let's take a look at some of this furniture that's in here. Like this piece. Late Victorian mahogany cabinet. These I love. They're very chunky, very my style. So they're not old for here. They're 20th century. So, 1900s. Pair of pine nightstands. This piece is older. Pine desk. So this piece is Victorian, so it's late 1800s and then like pre-1910. And you can just tell by kind of how worn it is. See how it's more worn on the edges. The color is a little more honey patina instead of these, like the sharp edge and the lighter pine. I'm on the hunt for a table. This one is out of my budget. So Victorian serving table. 560 pounds on that one, but man, that's a stunner. This is a gorgeous large hutch. Look at how pretty that is. I'm gonna guess this one is maybe a little bit newer also. It says Victorian Pine Hutch, $7.95. This is a big one. This is a big piece. Big piece. You can also tell some age if you look at the dovetails. See how you can tell they're hand done because they're all a little bit different. Maybe let's look at this side. Better light. Okay. So see these dovetails, how they're all different sizes, carved. These are hand carved. So this is another indicator of good age. This piece is gorgeous and it's big. All right, you've ever seen a badger? Here's a mounted badger. And this is a mink. We've got something that is eating a rabbit down here. Check this guy out. A goose. Wow. Now, none of this I can bring home because you can't import taxidermy. Well, you can. There's just special rules on it. Look at this guy. He's a muntjac. He's like a tiny little deer. I'm not necessarily a taxidermy person anyway, but it's pretty cool. I mean, there's a lot here. Like if I was ever gonna do anything, the two together right here are kind of creeping me out. If I was ever going to taxidermy something, like this appeals to me. Like the bird mounted in this box, I think that's pretty. But I mean, like, look at the, look at this guy. Their little heads, I don't know what I think about that. And then there is actually this giant brown bear. Crazy. Everywhere you look, there's just more and more and more to see. Literally everywhere. So many things that are just so hard to find at home. And it's because there's just so much more older, aged items here. This little stool is really cute. Let's look at that. Piano stool with the bobbin legs. It's been glued back together. It's a little rickety, and that's been recovered, but it's very cute. This is, okay, carved oak Flemish buffet, 295 pounds. So that's $500. Meet the mother lode of blue and white dishes for sale. Absolutely incredible. And beautiful majolica. Wow, there's a lot here. It just keeps going. Yes, it is still raining and still cold. It's just been 2 days nonstop of rain. But this place is so big and huge. It closes in an hour and a half, so we gotta finish making our way through it. All right, take a look at this table right here. 19th century mahogany spider leg table with full leaves to both sides, 275 pounds. These are the spider legs, aren't they? Just, they're so very delicate, and so it's a gate leg table. They fold out. I bought one at another store yesterday that's older and paid 80 pounds for it, and it was in just as good of condition, if not better. So I think I did really well. Okay, so came around the corner, and there is a taxidermied giraffe. That goes in the book of things that I've never seen before. Look at him. He's huge. Says that he died a natural zoo death, so he wasn't killed, but that's insane. Let's take a look at this 19th century mahogany chest of drawers for 198 pounds. So 19th century, that means this is from the 1800s, Victorian. And a really beautiful piece, again with the curved details here. It's gorgeous. Hardware's new, of course. What's in here? I want to see this. The Flow Blue jug. Oh, bummer, the chip. I've been looking for a Flow Blue little pot for a long time, but the chip on that one. Let's keep looking. Right, I found the bottle place. There are just bottles everywhere. Bottles, 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 bottles. Here's a size I haven't ever seen before. This is a unique one. 25. Ooh. A marmalade jar. Had one of these before. Potted meat jar. 18. All right, I want to tell you guys about this piece right here. This is a Victorian lady's vanity box. Right here, okay, 120 pounds. My mother asked if I found one to get it for her. Because she had one, well, her aunt had one like this when she was a little girl. And she would play with it with all the little bottles, and then it got sold off at an estate sale or something somewhere, but she remembers it. And you can't find them in the US, they're just not around. So this lifts up. She just asked if I find one to bring one home for her. So Mom, I found one, and it's gonna come home with me. And it's really a great price on it as well. All right, you guys, so let's have some real talk here. We have just finished up our last of our shopping days up in the north. We've been based in Lincoln, and we've gone to a bunch of places around here. And tomorrow morning, we're gonna pack up. We're gonna drive down south through the Cotswolds, visit a couple places. Really, really excited about that. I've never seen the Cotswolds. And then we're going to the Kempton Fair on Tuesday, and then we'll be done. So it's been a whirlwind. I'm exhausted, but it's also been very eye-opening, and it's been a lot of fun. Now, let me explain this all just a little more, because if you've been watching my channel for a while, you may be wondering, like, what in the world am I doing? So this is part of a very intentional, process. I made a decision a couple months ago that it was time to take a step in my business. I wanted to take a really big step forward. So I did have my own brick and mortar store for 2 years. I closed that store in 2021. If you want to know more of that story, there's actually a whole video dedicated to that. But I'll summarize it with this: COVID, essentially, and right thing, wrong time. It's just the wrong time for this stage that I was at with my kids and the life of my family, okay? So closed that store, went back into running my business from a booth, and really since 2021, my business has been, it's kind of been 5 years of really transition. I retired from selling Fusion Mineral Paint in 2023 and sold that online paint store. And then was, had built a new online store for my vintage and home decor. I've been selling out of the booth. Then the tornado hit my booth last year. There's also a video on that if you missed that. So then I was out of a booth for a while and I've been back in a booth. There's been just a lot of transition. And one thing that became really, really clear to me was that I was missing the face-to-face of selling to customers, being so much online and then just in the booth, and that I was ready to start sourcing and selling some higher end things, that like it was just time to kind of grow a little bit. So when I came here to England last March, I spent $800 and I brought home one suitcase of stuff, and it was fun and wonderful. But I came home and I ran the numbers and I thought, yeah, like that just doesn't, it doesn't work. I didn't bring home enough to sell to like pay for the cost of my trip. So I started kind of researching and looking around and decided that I really wanted to try this. I wanted to try coming back and purchasing a larger investment of inventory, hiring a shipping company, and sending stuff back home. And I've been telling my husband that since last March, like I want to give this a go, and just waiting for the opportunity to do that, waiting for a chance to figure that out. Then in October, the opportunity came. I was invited by someone. She said, I want to go back. I want to do this and figure this out. You want to come with me? And I'm like, let's do it. Here we are. So, yes, we're purchasing a lot more. We're filling up a container. And it's nicer stuff. It's nicer stuff than what I usually buy and sell, trying to elevate just in general what I'm offering and the experience that I'm offering, and elevate in general Lost and Found, because really, like, I want to build the business like a business that I can leave to my kids. Like, I want to build a business that's a legacy, and build a business that's an heirloom. And some things just needed to change. It was time for some things to shift and change. So a couple years ago, I did a junk ranch sale, and I realized at that sale how much I enjoy like curating a really great display for people, and how much I enjoy seeing people actually shop and interacting with customers. I love that. And I just can't do that in the booth. So I have been hunting and hunting and hunting for a couple years now, really, for a way to host my own pop-up sale. Because like that honestly is the business model that best fits my family. I don't want to go back to having my own full brick and mortar store. I don't want that time commitment, but I want my own space that I can curate and collect items, and I want to interact physically with my customers. And so a warehouse or a pop-up shop is kind of the best of those both worlds. It gives you those two things together. So February will be my last month in my booth space. I don't know exactly when this video is going to come out. If it's past February, that means I'm already out. And I have signed a lease on a location back in downtown Springdale where my brick and mortar was. And I will be hosting a pop-up sale in May, right now is the plan, and also in September. If you want to know about those and know when those are going to happen, then you need to join my email list. That's the best way to do that. My hope is that these items from England have arrived by the May sale. Now, first time, I don't really know how long it's going to take me to get them, but that's my hope. So that's kind of the story of this. I know it may look a little sudden, but it's been this like brewing process now for several years. Since I closed my brick and mortar, I've kind of like taken this step, and then this step, and then this step, and then this step. And each one has been getting me a little bit closer to really what I think I want to do. And this is it. Like, this is what I think I really want to do. Now we'll see how it goes. But I love the things that I'm finding. And I think there's space in my local area of Northwest Arkansas to provide these items to people that are looking to invest in really quality pieces for their home, and to have some things that are really special and some things that are unique and that you're just not finding everywhere. So I'm going to head to bed now because we got another early morning, but that's a little behind the scenes on what's happening and what's going on here. And if you can come and see me in May, then I hope you do. All right, guys, we are here in the Cotswolds. This has been a place that I've wanted to come to for 20 plus years, ever since I was in college. We're at Station Mill Antiques. So it was about a 2.5 to 3 hour drive from where we were. I'm a little tired, but I'm still really, really excited. Let's go in and see what we can find. All right, this piece right here is gorgeous. It's kind of killing me. It's a pine sideboard. Look at the price on it. 295 pounds. These curved drawers. Again, you can tell the age by the worn sides and looking at those hand-done dovetails there. But I don't think I can get this here because our shipper is not coming to this location and we can't transport it, but it's big and it's beautiful. So maybe another trip. Really sad to have to pass it up. These hutches with the hooks. What is this one? Edwardian pine dresser, $4.95. It's not as old, but it's still gorgeous. If I had my shipper coming here, I would take it for $4.95 because it's still just beautiful. The art has really just been incredible. Just so much incredible art. There's another beautiful pine piece. $8.50. Bigger. Oh. Kind of sort of a plate rack. So the Cotswolds was a bit of a bust on the antiquing front. I did get one watercolor of a dog that I can show you later, but it was a great success on just the enjoying our day front because it's absolutely beautiful here. And I really want to come back when I have a little bit more time. So let's take a minute here to wrap up the trip. This is my last day, and look, like I can see the sun for the first time this whole trip. Heading back home tomorrow. I've done a little bit of shopping at some charity shops today, and I just want to share a little bit about how I think the trip has gone. Some things that I learned along the way. So first off, I want to say again, the British people are lovely, and I'm using that word because they use that word. I keep saying it. I don't say that back home, but they are amazing, and they're super friendly, and they were so helpful in answering all of our questions, and they didn't make us feel dumb for answering what felt like dumb questions. So I'm very, very grateful to how friendly they were and how helpful everybody was. This trip, I want to be clear and honest that this is not easy. Coming over here, getting a shipping container, sending things home is not an easy process. It's not a process that I recommend to everybody. It's a significant investment. It is a significant amount of logistics to manage. And frankly, it's exhausting. Like, it's tiresome. We were up almost every day, very, very early, going all day long. This was not a pleasure trip. So if you're looking for a fun shopping trip, that's not what this was. Not only was it physically exhausting, it just was mentally exhausting, because you're constantly thinking, do I buy this? Do I not buy this? Am I going to see something better? I definitely purchased more than I initially budgeted, because I thought, I'm here now and it's time to get it. I know there's going to be some questions about shipping and how to get this back. I am not qualified in this video to walk through that process. I will tell you, there are lots of companies out there that work with Americans and international people to help ship things home. Everybody's situation is going to be different, and everybody's needs are going to be different. There is no way for me to give you an idea of what it costs because it varies wildly on so many things. So my best suggestion for you is to start Googling, start looking. I'm not qualified to kind of educate on that aspect. I can just tell you that in my experience, it's a big logistics project. And I wouldn't tell anybody to just, oh yeah, it's just easy, come over and shop and buy some furniture. The trip I took last March, where I just brought home an empty suitcase or two, very manageable. That is something that I think pretty much anybody can do. This is definitely kind of a next step up. I'm happy with the things that I found overall. Some things I'm very happy with. Some things I think I paid the right price. Some things I think I got a steal on. Some things I think I paid a little too much. Again, just learning and figuring it out. It's going to be fun though to bring these items back to Northwest Arkansas and just to offer something different in our area. So this is it. I'm going to sign off. I'm going to go pack up my bags, and tomorrow I fly home. Okay? Appreciate you guys being with me on this incredible, amazing trip. Thanks. See you soon.